name is Ed Nava, owner-operator of Safe Harbor Assisted Living. It's a beautiful winter day, February 28th, 2015. There's still snow on the ground and it's beautifully white. Looks like a winter land outside, but we're inside Safe Harbor. It's nice and warm in here. And I'd like to take this time to share our residents that live with us. As you know, Safe Harbor establishment here is to serve our elderly, to take care of some of their personal needs. And I have this gentleman next to me named Daniel Dolink. He's been with us for about 2 years, and I wanted to take the opportunity to introduce him to you and talk to you a little bit more about him and some of the contributions he's made to our society in the past, and the impact he's made in the world around him, and as he continues to make that impact for the people that serve him here at Safe Harbor Assisted Living. I do want to share that Daniel Dolink, the gentleman next to me, was born on January 6, 1922 in Cumberland, Wyoming, and his ancestry is from the Slovenian country in Europe. He comes from a background of 5 brothers and 1 sister, and during the high school years, Cumberland is a coal mining town. And so during his high school years, he served as a coal miner. And he talked about the times of working into the dark caves of soot and you know, a lot of hard work. And he was also into civil conservation. He really enjoys the outdoors, and his efforts was try to preserve the beautiful wildlife in Wyoming. I understand his education involved at least 1 year of University of Wyoming. I had learned that his interest was in wilderness conservation. I believe your goal was to be a game warden, maybe at one time. His thoughts to be a game warden. But he also served in the military. World War II. He was in the Navy. He served in the Pacific War Theater, and he served on the Navy destroyer the USS Smith, DD-378. That was the number of the ship. He served as the Chief Petty Officer, which served as assistant to the ship commander. And his military experience did not end after the war. He served an additional 20 years in the military service, serving as a personal writer to naval military captains as well as various officers. Daniel was married in 1947 to a lovely woman named Patricia, and he had 1 son and 2 daughters. During his military career, his family residency served at various naval stations around the United States, to include Fort Buckley in Aurora, Colorado, Glenview, Chicago, Illinois, and Los Alamitos, California. His civilian life, he settled down in Aurora, Colorado. He lived there for 20 years. And I understand that during those years, he transitioned into working into a retail salesman for Sears and Roebuck Company. I understand he sold big appliances, and also understand you also served men's clothing too at a point. He retired in 1985, which is the same year approximately when his wife died. Some of his hobbies for Daniel is hunting, fishing, hiking, photography, metalwork, camping, motorcycling, square dancing, golfer, and he also worked with small stones, polishing, I believe. Is that correct? Yeah. Daniel's, what sets Daniel apart from many of us is personality. He loves the outdoors. He's friendly, he's personable, and very independent. Conversations I've had with Daniel, we talk a lot about the wilderness. He loves the Grand Tetons in Yellowstone National Park, and we get books from the library that shows a lot of pictures on wildlife. He talks about his experience in camping and using a bow and arrow to shoot deer, and he just loves nature all around him, and which drove him into photography. But what I want to zero in on his military experience to honor our veterans, and that's what we do here at Safe Harbor Assisted Living. Currently we have 2 Navy veterans that served in World War II. But Daniel specifically was served on a destroyer. So what I want to do is just to let all you know is that we have a we owe a debt of gratitude for our military personnel that served so gallantly in World War II, both in the European campaign as well as the Pacific campaign. And Daniel here continues to live on. He's 93 years old, and he lived through all that experience, and it changed his life forever, and it continues to impact our lives, those that serve him. And we're deeply indebted to what you did, Daniel, and what you, how you served in the military, and you just bless us all to what you have shown us and shared with us, and it was because of men like Daniel that we continue to live in freedom here in the United States. And in a way of honoring Daniel, we have a gift for you, Daniel. And I want to introduce you to Daniel's son, Scott. And we have a gift for Daniel, that we framed one of his military uniforms in a way to preserve his experience of the war, with a picture of him when he served as a petty officer. And your son Scott and I, we put our heads together, Daniel, and we wanted to do that to you as a gift, a way of saying thank you for what you've done. And this will live as a legacy to your family that will hold on to this after your passing. What do you have to say?
Well, I didn't expect it, but I appreciate what they finally did. Because it was a hell of an experience. And I hope it never happens again, which I doubt that it will. And that's about all I have to say.
Well, I appreciate it, Daniel. And again, thank you for what you've done.
You're certainly welcome.
We're honored. We're honored. Deeply honored. All right. Thank you very much, and we thank you for the opportunity of being with us, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you.